Hello everybody, welcome back to Satisfactory. I'm Hugs, and today the progression must continue. That's right, last time we unlocked our Mark III logistics, we unlocked our advanced steel production. So today, we've got some new things that we got to start making. If we just whip out our assembler here and look, we've got encased industrial beams, stators, and motors. Now, the industrial beams and the stators, definitely need those. And those are actually going to be pretty easy for us to set up because we do have a copper node right here. And if we hop over to this side, we've got a limestone node right there. So concrete, easy. Copper wire, easy. Now, this last thing here, motor, that's going to be a pain in the butt. Not sure how we're going to do that yet because our rotor production is way over there. So I can either bring a belt all the way here, down there, over here to produce here, or we go ahead and ship stators way over there. But I don't think that's really going to be feasible. So I haven't quite figured out that one yet. Still thinking about it. When I figure it out, then we'll deal with it. But for now, what we're just going to concentrate on is the beams and the stators, because those we can definitely get set up ASAP. So we've got this whole side of our factory here that is not being used, this whole platform, and this is where we're going to set up production for those. So first things first, we are going to go ahead and get our mining set up with our limestone and our copper and pipe that all over here. And then we'll go ahead and get started with our layout for our factory. All right, we have our copper line run, and we now have our limestone line run over there. And we can go ahead and start getting set up. So I'm going to start way at the end here. And let's get our assembler. All right, so number one. What do we want here? I think we'll do encased beams here. And how many is that? 6 per minute. I want to do at least 2. I think 12 per minute should be plenty. There we go. Okay, perfect. So we have 2 of those. And now let's look at the prerequisites here. We need steel beams and we need concrete. So let's look at our steel beam production, see how many we're pumping out over there. We got a bunch in there, but our constructors are spitting out 15 per minute here, and those are our pipes. So 15 per minute. Is that going to be enough to feed our 2 animals over here? No. Definitely not going to be enough. So we're going to need to up our production of beams here, which, due to the fact that we expanded everything here, we got more coal, we got more iron coming, we can now add a third. Is it 3? 4th, I said. We can now add a 4th foundry and expand this. So there we go. We got our 4th foundry, and I do believe this is an Audi. Yes, it is. So let's do that a little bit nicer. There we go. And then one of these. You know what? No, it's got to match. There we go. Because, you know, you never know when you're going to need more. There we go. Now we've got our next foundry in line, ready to rock and roll. Just got to get some power over to it. And now, through the magic of production, we have more steel ingots being crafted here. Beautiful. And let me just make sure that these lines can actually handle this. So that we'll be able to handle that. You're a 3, so you're fine. Yeah, we should be good to go there. Right? Let me just... Yeah, oh, we're totally good to go. Okay, so now let's talk about steel beams. 45 we're making. What does it take? 60? Crap. Well, let's see. 45, 90. I think we have enough extra coming out of here, out of this whole line, to facilitate potentially one more foundry. So that's what we're going to do. And we'll use that for our steel beam construction. So what we have to do in order to make this work is get rid of you. I know you're going to be very upset. That's fine. And then we're going to have to add another splitter. And make this a number 2. All right, perfect. So now we have enough excess going that we can set up a second foundry here, which we will have to expand a little bit for. And now we have everything we need to continue production on our not encased, but our steel beams here. So we need another constructor, and then we can start piping everything we need over to these assemblers. Okay, and with that, we now have 30 steel beams being produced every minute. Now, it's still not going to quite meet the demand that we need over here, but that's okay. I don't mind if we're like, just a little bit off on efficiency, because we'll still have everything cranking out. So I'm going to go ahead now and start setting everything up here. I do believe we have to set up the limestone for this one. Yes, so we need a concrete factory as well. So 36... So 72 per minute we're going to need, and for that we're going to have to set up a little concrete factory right over here. Well, our little concrete factory is turning out to be much more of a project than initially expected, but we went ahead and got everything run for that. I had to come all the way over here. See, there's our factory way over there. I had to come all the way over here in order to get more limestone, because the limestone that we were pulling just was not enough to meet our demands. So yeah, unfortunately I had to make quite a trip there, but we managed to make a giant conveyor to get more concrete over here, and then, or not concrete, but limestone. And now we can finally start piping that in to create the concrete that we're going to need for those encased steel beams. Okay, perfect timing. Look at that. Our concrete, we're all set up, we're producing, and our next line is just sneaking in here. And oh yeah, perfect. Now we're on it. All right, so now I think I just got to get this concrete piped all the way over there. And I do believe it's only 15, 30, 60, 75 in total. So we can do that with just tier 2 line. So let's get it all snaked over there. Okay, encased steel beam line is done. We've got our steel beams coming in here. We've got our concrete coming in there. And let's take a look. Any second now, we should have our first beam coming out of there. So that's perfect. Last thing we got to do here to cap things off is just get a container going. So let's add a couple more foundations so we can have some containers back here. And I know I'm wasting a lot of space here, but I like to have things big, and I just want to have room. So I'm not real worried about maximizing every inch of space, you know what I mean? And let's get our organization here. And we'll put it in front of this one. Get a merger going between those two, and that'll be the end of that. Right? Here we go. Perfect. And last thing here. All right, now we've got our encased industrial beams going here. Perfect. So what was the other thing we needed to look into making? That is going to be our stators. Yes, stators. I forgot about those. Okay, so if we plop it in here, what are we going to need? 40 wire per minute. Okay. And 3 steel pipes. 15 per minute. Now, I want to make pumps out 5 per minute. Do we need stators for any of these? We do. So 2.5 per minute to make 2.5 per minute. All right, so I'm going to want at least 2 of those up and running. Now, to do 2 means we're going to need 80 wire per minute. Let's check out wire production here. Wire, 30 per minute off 15 ingots. Okay. So 3 of these will be enough to feed that. Right? Yeah, 3 of those can feed our 2 assemblers here. And that's going to be... Let's see here. 3, 6. Okay, so we have enough to set all this up just off this one node. That should not... Where is that one node again? It's around here somewhere. We got one copper node. Oh, there it is, right there. We ran our copper line before. So we'll set that up here. I'll use some of the space for our 3 constructors here to run into our assemblers up there. All right, that completes our stator line. Should have production going here now. We do. So we got 10 stators per minute, and then our industrial beams, we got 12 going per minute. And look at that, we already got 100. Ooh. That's going to give us enough to do our hypertubes, which is a major improvement because then we won't need to take our truck back and forth. So I'm gonna unlock that right now. Let me show you how long this trip is, because it's kind of a pain in the butt ski, I'm not gonna lie. Just running around all the time. Our truck is way over here. So anytime we need to get more materials from our other factory or make any changes... Ooh, almost missed that. We gotta hop in our truck over here. And then we got our little land bridge, which, you know, don't get me wrong. I kind of love driving up this thing, but when I'm missing something and I need it like bad, like I want it ASAP, it's just kind of a pain in the butt to jump in the old truck here and, you know, labor up this hill. Like, it takes a while, you know? So this is going to be a major technological improvement for us. Okay, back at the hub, let's take a look here. There's our beams, there's our tubes, and oh, not quite enough on the copper sheets, but we got plenty of that stuff going up here at our other factory. That's not going to be an issue at all. There's the copper tubing. There it is. All we got to do now is squirt that in and we're ready to go. Oh yeah. Hypertubes. Tell me about it, Ada. What do we got going on?
Adding hypertube entrances at both ends of hypertubes, pioneers can achieve two-way travel between locations. They are also error% safer than jump pads. Dreamed of moving across factories like valued resources, such as rocks and water, and Fix-It listened to your dreams. We watched them. We took extensive notes. Hypertubes.
You watched my dreams?
Pioneers closely monitored dreams come true.
Okay. Alright. That's interesting. Let's see. What do we need here for this? Transport. Okay, hypertubes, copper and steel tubing, which we can easily do. Hypertube support. We got tons of that stuff. I mean, we can set this up right now. Yeah, we're setting it up right now. Where do we want our entrance? Thinking. Oh, this is a big decision. I'm gonna put the entrance right over here. Because we still want room. Okay. We're gonna put it on this side of the road. So we're not like, we still can take our truck if we want to. Oh, man. Okay. That was a big jump. Hey, let's push it to the limit, right? Let's see how much these legs can take. All right, Hypertube complete. Let's go. Woo! Yeah, baby. We're flying, man. Now we just got to power this other end so we can take it back. Whoa. Oh. Okay, that's a little scary on that side. Where can we grab some power from? You. There. And, whoa. Oh, okay. All right, a little dangerous over there. We're going to have to make some adjustments, but yeah, this is way, way better than taking the truck. There we go. All right, now Quartz was way over there. So at some point, we're going to connect this going all the way that way. But we're not going to do that right now. But what we are going to do right now is set up another tube going down. And we'll do it like right here. And this tube is going to go down there. And then we'll have a second tube going down. No, just one going down there, actually. That way we'll get spit out here. And then if we choose to set up a tube in that direction, we can. But if not, we'll just, hop out here and jump in the second tube and go down this way. All right, a little weird because we go through the ground, but it's fine. And obviously we don't want this to be a one-way. Set up an entrance right there. Beautiful. So now let's go up. Oh yeah, power. Can we get? There we go. And I set it up over here because I feel like we're going to be grabbing a lot of stators and encased steel beams and stuff, so we'll just spit us out right there. Oh, perfect. Alright, is our thing back? No, 1 minute. So what do we need for the last step here? Last step is the power towers, which I want to get into those as well. So definitely need to gather those materials and unlock that. Now, whether we're going to use them right this second or not sure yet. But we're at least going to unlock them. Alright, so we need encased steel beams, which we got. We need 3 more of those, but we got them. We need those. We got frames. We got all the frames. And then wire. The wire is a little low, if I do recall, right here. Let me see. Yeah, we're low on wire. Is it going to be enough? We need 2,000. Let's do a quick sort job here. We got 1,300. Not going to be enough. Right, so I'm going to work on that. Probably just going to handcraft it. Because I don't really foresee us needing much of that stuff in like excess in the future. So yeah, we'll do that. So I forgot about the backlog there. We actually had tons and tons of wire, so we didn't need to worry about handcrafting any of that stuff. Now, you believe extended power infrastructure is now ours. So,
Milestone reached. After several pioneers started exhibiting traumatic responses to power blackouts, Fixit developed mitigation tools recommended by your local
Mitigation.
Power storages can hold excess power to delay or prevent blackouts in the eventuality that your factory's power consumption exceeds production.
Oh, okay, cool.
To simplify, these are rechargeable batteries. Power towers carry power lines for significantly greater distances than poles, facilitating factory expansion and exploitation of this environment for the good of Fixit and humanity.
Okay, well, thank you for that, Ada. So now, what do we need here? We need 1,000 smart plating. Oh, that's going to make 2 per minute. Versatile framework, 5 per minute. Modular frame steel beams. And last thing, automated wiring, which is just cable and stators. Man, that's like the easiest one. We're going to need to start producing these big time. So yeah, that's our next step. But once that's done, I mean, we've got everything set up. So once that's done, we're out of phase 2 and into phase 3. It's just a matter of time, really. Rotors, plates, which we got plenty of. Beams, frames, got plenty of those. Cables, stators, we're gonna have plenty of those, which, how we doing? Good there. And let's check our stators here. Yeah, we're already cruising nicely. How many stators do we need exactly? So we are gonna need 100 stators. That's it. Just 100 stators to make those. And frames, we're gonna need 500 frames. Rotors, we're gonna need 1,000 rotors, 1,000 plates, which, I mean, we have all this stuff. So yeah, it's just a matter of time. All right, guys, I've got, don't get too close to that. I've got a plan here. And let me show you what we're gonna do as I increase this little section right here. So I don't know, maybe some people consider this cheating because we're not like automating everything, but I've got room right here. I'm gonna put down 3 assemblers, and we got to make sure that we have this angled just so that it's not gonna really be interfering with too much. Not the best layout, but it's what we have to work with right now. So we'll go 1, 2, not lined up, can't have that. 2, and last one right there. So I'm gonna have a container here and a container right on top. So why won't we go there? Surface is uneven. Okay. That should do it. So we've got 2 containers here. One right on top of the other. Now, we're going to pipe these outputs to these 3 assemblers. And we are going to put the exact amount of required things in here in order to create what we need for our next phase. So we're going to start with smart plating. And for the smart plating, let's look at exactly how many we're going to need. So for it's a 1-to-1 ratio. So we just need 1,000 plates, 1,000 rotors to make 1,000 smart plating. So we're going to gather our 1,000 plates and our 1,000 rotors, put them in these 2 containers, pipe them to this output, and then when it's done, they'll just be, don't want to get too close, they'll be fed right into here. And then we'll just do that for smart plates, and then we'll do our versatile framework next. And then last but not least, our, what are these things called? Whatever those are as well. And in that manner, we'll be able to just, chunk away at this relatively quickly, I think, without really having to like pipe millions and millions of things all over the place to get it going. So that's the plan. And by next episode, I plan to have everything that we need in order to unlock Phase 3. So, thank you guys for joining me. That's going to be it for today. As always, I will see you on the next one.